Hi. Okay. Oof. Today's been a weird day. I wanted to show you guys everything I got in the mail today, and I still will. But oh my god, right when I was about to start, filming that, I got a call from my mom. And so my parents are divorced, okay? And my mom lives about 12 hours away, and I still have a room full of stuff there. And my sister is coming to stay with her for some time. So they're packing up my room, okay? And just so my sister has space. And I need to come get my stuff anyway since I'm moving out. Um 1 week till I move out, by the way. And I don't know. I've never really talked about this online. I've talked about it with, friends and family and my therapist and everything. But when I was 14, I was groomed by someone who was close to my family, um, who had some ties with my family. And, you know, um, I went through a little under a year of dealing with an investigation surrounding that, just because my family found out about what was happening to me. And, at the time, I was still very much under this person's manipulation. And I felt like everything was my fault. I didn't feel like he had really done anything wrong, that I was the one who did everything, that it was all my fault, I initiated everything, the whole spiel. Okay, and, I had, at the time, I wrote a lot about this person, and I drew pictures of them, and I still have all of those. I haven't really gone through them in a while, but I keep them in this little box in my room at my mom's house. And it's not something I want her or my sister to see. So, I had to tell my mom, hey, there's, some writing and some papers surrounding this person. So, if you see any papers in drawers or, if you see this box, just make sure that my sister doesn't see that, so just because the whole situation kind of involves my sister as well. I'm not going to get too into it just because it does kind of involve my sister, and it's not really something it's not something I fully want to put out there, but especially because it has other people involved in it, it's not my place to really talk about that, especially not publicly. So, anyways, I'm having a hard time. Um, just because, I'm 18 now and I'm almost 19, and all of this went down when I was 14, 14 and 15. So, it's very weird because, in the grossest way possible, I still haven't I hate the guy, and I recognize now that it wasn't my fault and that he was preying on me. But it's really hard because at the time, he never hurt me or anything. And so that's part of why it was hard for me to accept what had happened to me, because everything was like I agreed to everything, and I was in love with him. And it's hard because when I think of everyone I've ever been in love with, he still pops up, you know? And it's such a disgusting thing to think about and feel, because even though, I feel disgust and hatred towards him now, I feel like how I felt back then was genuine. And, my memories aren't even the worst from that time. When I was going through the investigation and everything, that was the bad part to me. That was the traumatizing part. And it's a very complex thing. And so now that I'm an adult, it's just it's hard to process. And now that I'm moving out, you know, Because, of course, he was obviously the kind of person who'd be like, oh, when you're 18, and now I'm 18, and I'm like, oof. Like, I do not, like, I'm so glad that he has not contacted me. But the truth is that sometimes I get scared that he will, and I don't know what I'd do in that situation. It's just a scary thing to think about, and it's a weird thing to think about, because, it kind of does feel like it just happened, but it's already been like 4 years, you know. So it's just a really hard thing to think about. Ugh. Anyways, trauma dump over, I think. Anyways, life's crazy, and I don't know where to set you guys up. I don't really have anywhere. My phone might fall. Okay. Anyways, on to what I got in the mail today. So, first of all, I got Ghouls Alive Claudine. I really like the topic change. Me, like, on the verge of tears. Oh my god, this dramatic thing happened to me. And I'm, like, thinking about it a lot. Look at my doll. Anyways, so Ghouls Alive Claudine. I haven't put batteries in her yet. I don't know. Did the batteries just make her howl or something? Because, like, she has a thing on her back that makes her, like... Oops, sorry, I don't have a good grip on it. You know? Oh, let me put this word. So basically, I kind of need to pose her a little bit. Hold on. There. And then her eyes close and her arms go up. So that's what she does. But she has her necklaces and she has her full outfit. She has her shoes, her little belt. She has everything. So she's in perfect condition. The seller, and she told me that she's not sure she worked because she didn't have batteries. But I have the batteries that she needs, but I don't have like a screwdriver right now to get in there. I tried earlier with like a knife, but I gave her a little bit of a scrape, so I'm not trying to tear her apart. But her hair is honestly pretty soft as Monster High Doll's hairs can be. It honestly feels like pretty much brand new. Like, like I've had so many dolls when I was a kid where you could feel like the glue seepage in their hair, and she luckily does not have like seemingly doesn't have any like glue seepage or anything. So her hair does feel very perfect. So she is in, I'd say, perfect condition. So I love her. I'm very happy about her. And then I ordered like I've ordered 5 Monster High Dolls in the mail. So I got 2 of them today. So the next one that came in the mail today is Dance Class Operetta. Okay, and she doesn't have any of her accessories. I think she normally comes with like, a little like gym bag, like dance bag, And Operetta might come with like a little boom box. I can't remember. I need to double check. But she's in good condition, like body wise and everything. She has her dress, like it's a little skirt that goes over this little leotard, you know. So she has that. She doesn't have her mask on, but I don't really mind that too much because she does have, the really pretty detailing. You can't really see it too well. But, I don't think her hair's normally styled. Is it? I think her hair's up, but I don't know. But she does have pretty good hair. Again, it feels like brand new doll hair. I don't feel like it's not sticky. I don't feel any glue seepage. No. So she is in really good condition. She is missing, her accessories and whatever. But besides that, like, her joints are good and everything, So, because I have a couple dolls. I have one doll and, her legs are a little loosey-goosey. But no, her articulation and everything is fine. She has all her limbs. It's just her accessories that are missing, which I honestly don't mind too much. I'm I got all the dolls I ordered in the mail, I got for a really good price. So, all of them were like $15 or under. So, she's so cute. Off-road is my girl, bro. Anyways, no, so I'm very excited about her. Yeah, cute. So I got her and Claudine. And then the next thing I got in the mail was I ordered this like when I was in North Carolina, and I just got it now. But it's this Iron Fist shirt, which it's a little wrinkly because my cat laid on it and then I folded it, but it's in pristine condition. Like the print is not faded or cracked whatsoever. It's like beautiful, like bright white, like there's no stains. Like I'm not even sure it's been worn. She had it priced at like $45 originally, and I got it for like $35. I sent an offer for like 25 or 30, but she didn't see it. Like I messaged her, and I'd already bought it, so I just gave it and bought it. I don't really buy expensive things for myself, so I bought this for myself. But she is so cute. I'm so excited for this shirt. I'm excited because it said it was a size small, but in the listing it looked kind of long, but in person, like, it's just a size small. So I was worried about the sizing for a bit. And then she sent me some freebies. Her shop, like in her description, she said like it ships on Fridays, and I bought the shirt on a Saturday. So I was like, man, just my luck, but I didn't mind too much. But then she messaged me a couple days later and she's like, I'm so sorry about being late to shipping. And I'm like, I wasn't even expecting you to ship until about a fucking week from now, but hey, so she shipped it off like pretty quickly, a lot quicker than I expected. And she was like, I'm gonna send you some freebies, to make up for it. You're like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, it's no problem at all. So I'm gonna show you the freebies. So I got 2 bracelets, and they're just like these little rubber bracelets, but this one's like this little skull bow, which I think is super cute. And then this next one is so cute. It's the same concept, so it has this like purple rubber bracelet, and then it has this rainbow little popsicle on it. This is so cute. They're way too adorable. Love. I'm gonna wear these very often. And then with that, she gave me some stickers. Just actually, I don't. There's this one, but this one did not come with it. No, sorry, that fell off of my dresser. But I got like these cute, like, honestly, like they're kind of like pastel goth. These like little pastel goth stickers. I'm crying. They're so cute. I love them. And then I got like these 2 little cat stickers. So, and then these are brand new. I already ripped like the tags and everything off of them. Well, kind of. I still like this little part on it. But I got fuzzy heart socks, which as a kid I hated fuzzy socks, but as I've grown older, I'm like, man, I really want a pair of fuzzy socks. So I have fuzzy socks now, kind of random. And then, oh, I forgot to bring it over here. It came with like, like those little mochi squishies. I got a little dinosaur like mochi squishy that I've been squishing on him. So that's all I got from that. And that's all that was supposed to come in the mail today, okay? But I had another package, okay? There's 4 packages that I brought in. And I'm so confused because it was like the sketchiest little box ever. And I thought that's what my little like shirt was gonna be in, okay? But it was like a box like this big, and it was wrapped in paper and duct tape. I'm like, okay, did they like DIY a box out of duct tape and then or out of paper? So as I'm like peeling through this paper, trying to open this package, it's a box, and the box is a hamburger helper box. Yeah. So I was like, okay, this is so funny. I'm like, finally, I got a reused box. Okay, but my name also wasn't on the package. It was like something, it was like X Anonymous as the name, or like something like that. Like it's something weird. And I thought I was gonna get scammed because I opened it and then there was like crumpled up paper inside, and I'm like, my ass got scammed. Okay, so I'm like taking all the paper out, and then there's like this, like what feels like a thick wad of paper. I'm like, okay, like this feels like it would be like a note or something, and I'm prepared to open up a note that says, "Your ass got scammed. Gotcha," or something like that. And so I finally open into it because I'm trying to be careful. And what's inside? Pokemon cards. 4 Pokemon cards. Mind you, I don't understand. So, I don't think there's anything crazy. It's, maybe they are. Let me look at this. Oh no, they're not. So, they all are in sleeves, okay? And they're all like 2022. This one's 2024. This one's 2026, and this one is 2023, okay? So the first one is Toxel. Literally, like, I don't think this is a special card. I collect Pokemon cards, but I collect them because they're cute, not because I care about, like, the value. I don't know how to say this one's name. Miraidon? Miradon? I don't know. But it's like an EX card, I guess. You guys really can't see this. I'll flip the camera in a bit and show you. And then this Durant EX, which is a holo. It's not, I don't know. Are the shiny cards called holos? I know that, I thought they were holos if it was on the inside, but if it was like shiny on the outside, it was a reverse holo. But this whole thing is shiny, but it is pretty cute. I do like that. And then this one is actually so cute. It's a full art card, and this one has like a harder sleeve to it. Yeah, it's like, it also has like a sleeve on the, that's why the back of the card looks like this. This is just a sleeve. The other ones have it too. Oh, this one has Mewtwo, and yeah. I don't know, these ones have lightning bolts. So that's just like the little cases. But let me fix this a little bit. Oh my goodness. Anyways, I'll fix it later. But I got full art Lunatone, which is so cute. So yeah. I got those in the mail. And at first I was like, oh, this must be, my dad's wife's son. Like, this, like, it must be something he ordered. Even though I'm like, I don't know, like, why would he order these? But, I guess 2 of them are EXs and one's full art. But, like, I'm looking at these, I'm like, I don't think these have value. They're not, like, whatever. But I don't question it. And then I asked, and I was like, hey, did your wife's son buy these? And he said no. So they're mine. So on that note, I want to show you my Pokemon cards. I'm gonna flip you guys around. So here's a better look at them. Not the ones that came in the mail. So Toxel, this guy, my Lunatone, and then Durant. Okay. And I don't have any of my older Pokemon cards with me, but I have a large collection that's also in Tennessee that I'll be getting back eventually. But when I was in North Carolina, I did get, oh wait, I'm so sorry. Let me hold my phone like this. Anyways, a little annoying to hold it like this, but I got, I paid like $9 to get 70 Pokemon cards, and then another $6 to get a pack of like some Japanese cards. So there is no good way to show these off. This is kind of such an awkward angle. But there's this cute one of my Japanese cards. And then, I'm so sorry, I only have one hand. Look at this. The realistic olives are killing me, but I love it. And then I got this one. I love my little Lickitung. And then I got this Deoxys, I don't fucking know. This cute little fish. And then, it's so hard to do with one hand. And then I got, here. Sorry. I wish there was a better way for me to show you this. And this gloomy. These aren't like special cards or anything. They're just like little random cards, and they're all modern, but they're cute. And then this is so hard to do with one hand. My Golbat. I'm fucking crying. Bro, I can't do I can't. Okay, this is a bad idea. And then, yeah. And then, oh my god. Breloom. Sorry, I'm mispronouncing hella. Flaffy. Kakuna. Ninetales. Drowsy. And I'm pretty sure that's all I have in here. I have more cards elsewhere, but yeah. I'm sorry, that was a pain in the ass. That cannot be enjoyable to watch, but I'm not about to record this again. So, yeah, that's basically it. I went in to go take, a placement test at my college today, but I ended up not taking it. I drove an hour there, and then I was there for an hour, and there were just some complications with my test, so I had to reschedule. So then I had to drive an hour home. But luckily, I rescheduled it for after I move into my new place, which is only 25 minutes away from my school, so it'll be less of a drive at least, but it's so annoying. I don't want to take this stupid test. So, yeah, but I had a pretty lame day, and then I came home to my little packages. So, yeah. Anyways, that's all.